Hello, my name is Jennifer Saber, and I'm a Jewish educator here at Congregation Shalom, and welcome to my classroom. I have a confession for you. I wasn't a very good student in high school. Who wanted to study when I could talk on the phone to my boyfriend or take a nap? It wasn't like I didn't have the book smarts. I just wasn't smart about cracking those books. The only time it came to a head was 4 times a year, those silly little things we call progress reports. So I just had to take matters into my own hands. For about a week, I sat on surveillance in front of my mailbox. When the mailman arrived, I jumped into action, racing to my mailbox to intercept that report card before my parents had a chance to grab it. I only had one problem. That one problem was my sister Dana, that straight A student, and there was only one solution. I had to intercept hers also. And it had to be a seek and destroy mission, so there was no evidence. Unfortunately, my parents' sixth sense and their school calendar raised some suspicion. They would casually mention at the dinner table, "Isn't it about time to see that progress report?" My reply would match their casual attitude. I'm not sure. Then my sister would pipe in with, "Oh yeah, of course, we should have gotten that in the mail already." My parents would turn right to me using my full name, not my nickname of Jen. "Jennifer, do you know anything about this?" No, I would say, totally avoiding eye contact. "And do you know anything about your sister's progress report?" Back to me. How would I know? Dana and her straight A progress report aren't my problem. Teenage Jennifer didn't always make the best choices. Flashback to biblical times, to another set of siblings, the infamous brothers, Cain and Abel. Abel was a shepherd and Cain a farmer. It was that time again to bring an offering to God. But what were they to present? It was written that Cain brought fruit from the ground, but Abel brought his A+ game and offered up the most highly prized of his flock. It is said that God had respect for Abel and his offerings, but no respect for Cain and his offerings. C- for effort, Cain. Cain was annoyed and his face fell. God asked Cain, "Why are you annoyed? Why are you scowling? And why has your face fallen? Surely if you improve yourself, you will be forgiven. But if you do not improve yourself, sin rests at the door. Its desire is toward you, but you can conquer it." Scene 2. Cain invited Abel out to the country and murdered him. Scene 3. A dialogue between God and Cain. God inquired the whereabouts of Abel. Cain replied with the legendary answer of, "I don't know, am I my brother's keeper?" And God punished Cain. I have a second confession. Whenever I read this text, my thoughts are drawn to Cain. As a teacher, I feel like I need to intervene. Cain, here are the rules clearly posted in my classroom. Be a person who makes good choices. When the brothers made offerings to God, Cain brought plants he had harvested, while his brother Abel went above and beyond to bring the meat from his flock that was the best that he had to offer. When God evaluated the effort put forth by each, of course he favored Abel's over Cain's. Hirsh said that Cain's sacrifice is rejected because of the difference of spirit in which it was offered, a choice that Cain made out of his own free will. Cain made a choice to put in less effort. And like any good teacher, God tried to intervene to set Cain on a different course, behavior modification. God lays out very clearly in the black and white of the text, if you improve yourself, you will be forgiven. Italian biblical commentator Saforno said, if you succumb to your evil inclination, punishment and evil will be as ever present as if they live in your doorway. Life is about making choices, about how much effort you will put into a task. Each day we are presented with so many options and even more temptations. Do we wake up early and hit the gym or sleep in those extra few minutes? Do we stay up a little bit too late to put the final touches on a school project or work assignment? Or zip through it because the television is calling out your name? Do we make the effort to pick up the phone and check in on a friend who's had a bad day, or just go about our own business? We all have it in us to be the person who makes good choices. But being a mom and a teacher of children makes me very realistic. So I know there will be those times when evil wins out over good. But no, we have the option to improve, and we have the choice to slam and deadbolt that door in the face of sin. Oh, and P.S., I would like to make a public apology to my sister Dana for all the bad choices that negatively impacted her that I made in high school, for the ones I admitted to today, and all those that have gone unsaid. Back then, it was often hard to keep evil on the other side of our front door, but as a grown-up, I strive each day to be a person who makes better choices.